Okay, good night, everyone, and thank you for having me in this seminar. And today I'll start the 15th seminar of the RCGS. And as I have been introduced before, yeah, my name is FEBRI Abdullah, and usually I was called Abing, and I'm first year doctoral student of ICE and Graduate School of Information Science and Engineering. And for the past years, I've been working with game AI, especially BCG, and also serious games specialized in games for health. Previously, I was working with this study, which is promoting emotion with Angry Birds like gameplay on Rube Goldberg machine levels. In this game, we want to find which type of gameplay that promotes the spectator's emotion. And we found that perfect shot videos in Science Bird perform better than the imperfect ones. The perfect shot videos is the videos of Angry Birds gameplay where the bird is completing all the levels just with one shot. And we found that those kind of gameplay perform better than the imperfect ones in promoting the spectator's emotion measured by positive effect and negative effect schedule. It's a questionnaire. And in our another study, we try to generate those levels procedurally or automatically inspired by Rube Goldberg machine. It's a machine that contains of several smaller devices or machine that connected each other to reach a single goal. As you can see in this Angry Birds level, where the bird, where the levels is consist of several smaller parts, where if it destroyed correctly, the level will destroy the structure, will destroy the adjacent structures consequently, and creates such kind of domino effect. In this study, we developed an algorithm to build those kind of levels automatically. And in last year, in this study, we aim to build or create a smile interface to promote the spectator's emotion. You can try our demo from this link or from this QR code. In this study, we introduce a juice effect that will be enabled once you smile at the camera while watching the games. And the games is still Science Bird with Rube Goldberg machine mechanisms. And the bird will always shoot at the right target. As you can see, in this previous demo, we are still using some kind of effect that employed in this study is squeezer, as far as I remember. In this study, we use their default effect creators with intensity equals to 3. And now I will talk about games for older adults. The first game is a game to detect dementia. It is available for mobile devices and tablets. And this game, Hero Quest, is designed to help researchers to understand the mental process of navigation. That navigation skill, the lack of navigation skill actually is one of the first skill lost in the dementia or people with dementia. And hopefully using the author, hopefully by using this, hope that by using this application, they can get large amount of data that contribute in dementia research. It was created to understand the navigation skill loss. And this is the trailer of their games. And in this game, the player are tasked to navigate the maps to reach the goal.
Eben, there is no sound. Is this what you intended?
Oh, sorry. I think it's okay. Another game is this web-based game called Fiber Minds, where you can access it from this link. And this game is for older adults cognitive exercise. In their game, they created several small games, and one of them is visual. As you can see, it's a match three games where you need to match at least 3 set of the same object. Also, this mahjong, sorry if I pronounce it wrong. But unlike the real mahjong. This one is to it's a how to play it is to select the correct pairs, the same pairs. It's a pair mahjong. And the other one is whack-a-mole, where you need to hit the mole instead of rabbit. In their study, the results suggested that the use of computer games had a possibility of having a positive effect in overall cognitive function measured using MoCA and TMT. Another game for older adults is Virtual Gym, where in their last version, they upgraded into a VR. It is a platform that enabled practitioners, which is an expert that has the expertise area in older adults exercise to provide exercise games for older adults. This platform consists of many games, and it led the practitioners to set an exercise prescription depending on who is the user and to match the user's capabilities. So this game use prescription. And now I'll talk about the juice effect to increase the engagement of game as intervention for older adults. Another study by the same group suggested that engagement is one of the key factors determining a mobile game's effectiveness as a therapeutic instrument for the player with cognitive impairment or dementia. So it is important to keep the engagement of older adults in participating in that therapy. In that study, they found they tested several factors that they thought contribute to the increase of the engagement. The first factors is a quiet environment without disturbances, which they found that it is a strong predictor of the increase of engagement. And these three factors, which are game level achieved and whether the player have the experience playing mobile games and the positive effect experienced during a gameplay, which is assessed by a nurse. It's it is somehow affected the engagement, but it is not a strong predictor. And unfortunately, the number of gameplay sessions and the type of the game did not affect the engagement. So it is somewhat counterintuitive because the game itself doesn't contribute or be a strong predictor of the engagement. So we argued that there is a room for improvement of the game with juice effects. And the juice come from the flow theory. while the flow is experiences that are so gratifying that people are willing to do it for its own sake. The three conditions of flow from that study, they suggested that there are three conditions of flow. The first is has a clear set of goals. And the second is a balance between perceived challenge and skills, which fortunately our lab has done many, many times. It is regarding the game playing AI. And the third is the presence of clear and immediate feedback. And juice effect amplifies those kind of feedback, whether by manually polishing the games or automatically create those effects. So in other words, juice is a design concept to intensify the interactivity to attain the flow. As you can see from this example, this is the same scene. Without those kind of effect, there is no visible feedback or satisfying feedback seen by the player or felt by the player. But with the certain amount of effect, for example, in this one, there are quite combination of elements. For example, those particles, the sparkling particles, and also the dust particles, and the change in the character's material before jumping and after landing. And this sample is created by this plugin. So when you see those kind of effect, what is the preferable amount of this effect? It is in a small amounts. This is the sample of small amounts, medium amounts, or extreme amount of chip effect. Maybe some of us prefer this one, or even the extreme amounts, where the screen shake is overly done. But what about the older adults? Those kind of effect may be intrusive, but we argued that there may be preferable amount that are not that intrusive for older adults. So we hypothesized that juice effect for older adults player needs to be carefully designed. So the objective of our study is to introduce the juice effect preferred by older adults in games to increase their engagement. We hypothesize that implementing those kind of effects designed by other experts, for example, geriatricians or elder care experts, can increase the engagement of older adults. This can be shown using the previous factors. We aim to prove that introducing such effect can make those factors which previously is affected the engagement to be a strong predictor, and those effects that previously did not affect the engagement become can affect the engagement or even a strong predictor. These factors are the factors that directly related to the games. Well, the just effect itself consists of many parameters, including what kind of particles and what are the amount of the particles, color, shape, and the combination of them, and also the screen shake, screen flash that may be intrusive for older adults. And also, there is slow motion transform change in scale if you see the model. They have a transform change in the Y scale, where this monster is kind of squeezed. And also post-processing and audio. So yeah, we are still finding what is the preferable value for those parameters. And thank you.
Okay, thank you so much.